I swear, me having a YouTube channel is like one of the few ways that I can validate overpaying for action figures. Because this Deluxe Cobb Vanth suffers the same thing that the Black Series Cobb Vanth did, being a deluxe. Because, oh look, they added 2 little flame things, and that thing pops off. That means you have to pay, what, $7 extra? Look at all that extra value. No, this is not worth it. This is not worth the deluxe price. At least not to me, but I still paid it anyway. Yeah, but they're back on card backs. Look at that. It's back on a card back. Isn't that incredible? It is a nice picture. You know, I'm very happy that I do have Cobb Vanth in my TVC collection now. The back is pretty standard, and it's got the description. At one time, Mos Pelgo Marshal Cobb Vanth was custodian of Boba Fett's Mandalorian armor, which he bought off Jawa traders. Whoa, that's awesome. Except it says Cobb Vanth Mandalorian armor. It should have said Cobb Vanth Boba Fett armor. I think that would have been kind of cooler. But yeah, Cobb Vanth, cool character. I'm sure he's not dead, because he was on life support, guys. He was on the life support at the end of the Book of Boba Fett. So yeah, he'll come back. How? I don't know, but he'll come back. I honestly don't know what the heck is going on with all this Disney plus Star Wars stuff nowadays, because the Acolyte was so detached from everything else. Like, pretty much all the Disney plus stuff, like a decent chunk of it took place within the same era, and was almost like being its own little, section of Star Wars, kind of like the prequel trilogy, sequel trilogy, original trilogy. It was like the Disney Plus era. It was like its own little thing. Andor kind of stood out too. But yeah, it's the Disney Plus era. So I'm sure we'll see Cobb Vanth again. But as it stands currently, I don't know how long that will be. Oh, we've got the important paper. Awesome. I have to look at this every single time. Every single time I have to check this out. Every single time. Whoa. Warning. Choking hazard. Small parts. Not for... Yes. Anyways. Yeah, so let's see what we paid for. So we got 2 little blast effects, which I'm sure I'll probably use for a different character. Because I think Cobb Vanth used the jetpack, but I don't remember. I think he used it very, very briefly when they were fighting the big, was it the Crate Dragon? Yeah. Yeah, I think he used it then, and that's pretty much it. He does have the rocket, which is cool, because honestly, I feel like he was almost more well-known for using the rocket than Boba Fett was. Because I thought it was really cool how he used the rocket when he first walked back into town, and he was like, "Yo, I'm taking my thing back." All right, let's get the helmet popped out, and let's take a look at this guy. All right, can we gear him up with absolutely everything? Whoop. Wait, is the helmet ahead? Okay, the helmet's ahead. Ugh, it's so annoying that they keep doing this. I mean, I feel like the helmet could have fit, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, let's get the jetpack on. Looks like it's still just, like, painted with that big, like, repair thing. It has that big old hose. Look at that. The hosing is immense on that. We can get that attached. We can get the rocket in there. Can the rocket work? No, rocket does not work with the blast effects. Love that. He does have his little pistol here, which straight up just looks like a revolver. Like, that is just straight up a revolver, dude. That's a Star Wars revolver. That can go in the holster. I'm sure he holds it just fine. And then he has this big old rifle, too, which looks really cool. Kind of gives him more of that Western outlaw look. Seems like he can bend the elbow perfectly fine. Like, that hosing isn't really getting in the way. Does he... Okay, it doesn't seem like he has any sort of way to, like, adapt those flame effects they've been using lately, too. But that's okay. Again, he does have the blast effects in here. Those just kind of tab in. But with how soft and gummy these little rocket boosts are, I don't know. It's a little tricky sometimes. Come on. There we go. Thankfully, it is a harder peg and a softer hole. So it will go in. But it just takes a little bit of work, a little bit of effort. But yeah, that looks neat. Get that on his back. I totally expected the helmet to be able to go on. But I'll probably just display him like this, holding the helmet. Ooh, God, I thought this was going to roll off the desk. That would have been so irritating. Yeah, I'll probably just display him holding it, because he looks cool, just like this. I probably won't display him with those boosters, like I said, because, it's a little much. But the fact that he can pretty much have everything with him on his body, to me, really shows that this should not be a deluxe. When I hold this and feel this, like, how is this worth the same as, like, a standard 6-inch figure? It just isn't to me. How can it? Honestly, how can this? It does have a really nice likeness to Timothy Oliphant, though. That is a really nice likeness. And it does have this very nice, silver paint all over. I think that looks really cool as well. It is very nicely decoed, but it's still, I don't know, dude. Like, those aren't painted. I feel like they could have just done a little bit more. Those aren't painted. Especially for being a deluxe, I expect the full kid and caboodle, the full shebang, the full whatever other cringy term I can think of. Yeah, the paint's good. It's a decent figure, dude. It's decent. Let's pop this head off and see how he looks with the helmet on. There is something that I noticed with the helmet that I think is going to be a complaint of mine. Come on. Oh! That took so much force, the scarf went flying, and I was about to go into full-on panic mode. That's okay. We're good. We're good. All right. Let's put the helmet on, and let's see how it looks. Does it look awkward? Because it's supposed to look awkward. Yeah, it looks decently awkward on there. Can we rotate the rangefinder down? That was the thing I noticed. Nope. It cannot move. $25, everybody, and we don't even have a movable rangefinder. Bullshit. Oh, that just comes off as well. Okay. This is an extra part, guys! This adds to the part count! This alone is worth $2 to the deluxe price point. That alone. Hopefully, I'm sure you guys understand and will definitely purchase this. The fact that this has its own, UPC at retail, you're gonna be able to get this on sale. You can get this on sale. It's gonna happen. You're gonna get a sale on this. I would not spend the full $25. We need to show Hasbro that this is not worth it. One of the biggest reasons why I got it was because I do make reviews, and I did kind of have a bit of a reason to buy it, so I could do a review for you guys sooner rather than later. The helmet does look really good, though. That is a gorgeous looking Boba helmet. That is very nicely painted. It's just a shame that that doesn't move. Articulation seems to be very, very standard vintage collection fare. Very nice ball joint at the waist, as they've been doing lately. It does have an up and down right there at the wrist, and then an in and out at that one. The hips, this is standard at this point. This is standard articulation. Moves great, works great. It's what we've come to know and expect. I don't need to run it all down like it's something new for you. Because if you're thinking about buying this figure, surely you already have, Din Djarin and, other characters. Even though Din Djarin is not as modern in the articulation as this one. So, guys, what we have on our hands here is just another Vintage Collection Deluxe that really doesn't feel worth it. Some Deluxes do feel worth it. I felt like Chrysanthemum was worth it, especially just with how big he was. There's, Paz Vizsla, he felt worth it. Because I feel like he came with a lot more and a lot bigger accessories. Some of them feel worth it. This one just doesn't, man. Especially since it's back on a card back, you can literally see it and then look at another TVC figure and you're like, it has 3 extra parts. It's not worth it. I would wait for a sale. That's my advice on this one. Wait for the sale because it's gonna happen. This guy has his own UPC. He has his own peg at Walmart, at Target. I'm sure he has his own inventory on Amazon, other places. This is not an exclusive. This is a full-on retail release that has, like I said, its own entire UPC. This is going to go on sale. Wait for the sale. Alrighty, guys. I've pretty much said everything I have to say on this one. Not really much else to add. It's Cobb Vanth. He's cool. There you go. Special... Oh, they didn't even paint the little lights on the chest. I just noticed. On the card back, you can see he's got the little lights on the chest. They didn't even bother. $25, everybody. All right. Enough rambling. Special shout out to channel members, as always. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Have a great one, guys. And I'll see you in the next video. And please wait on a sale on this. I beg you.